Long before David held a sword or wore a crown, before a nation would chant his name in victory songs, there were battles fought alone. In the ancient hills of Israel, where olive trees clung to rocky slopes and dry winds swept the plains, a boy with dark hair and steady hands learned to face giants no one else could see. This is the story of unseen courage and how faith prepares the forgotten for destiny. In the hills surrounding Bethlehem, the youngest son of Jesse tended his father's flock. The land was wild, marked by limestone cliffs, dry riverbeds, and fig trees clinging to rocky outcrops. David's life was simple, guiding the sheep, playing his harp beneath cloudless skies, and watching the wilderness with sharp, wary eyes. But even these hills held danger. One evening, as the sunlight painted the hills crimson, a lion moved through the tall grass, its eyes fixed on a lamb. It struck, but David was faster. He seized his sling, a stone in his palm, and ran. Another dawn, a bear came from the thickets. Massive, hungry, it snatched a lamb. David, holding sling and staff in hand, he chased it into the wild ravine. The struggle was fierce, but the boy's faith was fiercer. The bear fell, and another lamb was restored. Days later, news of war drifted into Bethlehem. The Philistines had gathered in the valley of Elah. Jesse, the father of 8 sons, called David from the hills. He packed bread, roasted grain, and cheese, sending the boy to deliver provisions to his older brothers on the battlefield. David crossed dusty paths lined with wildflowers and ancient fig trees. Travelers whispered of a warrior too large for men, a Philistine giant defying Israel's armies. Word reached King Saul of a youth willing to face the giant. The king, weary and desperate, summoned David. Though young and unbloodied in war, he spoke of lions and bears and of a God who delivers. Saul, clinging to any hope, attempted to clothe David in his own armor. David removed the armor. Taking only his staff, sling, and 5 smooth stones from a nearby brook, he walked into the valley. When Goliath saw him, he laughed. He cursed David by his gods and promised to feed him to the beasts of the field. The armies watched. David ran forward, the sling a blur in the air. A single stone flew, swift and silent. It struck Goliath's forehead. The giant faltered, then collapsed into the dust. Goliath, the giant has fallen, and the Philistines' army defeated and running for their lives, Israeli soldiers pursuing them to the surrounding hills. King Saul and the whole Israel, hearing the news that Goliath is dead, the Philistines were defeated, erupted in jubilation, praising the God of Israel. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss when a new video goes live. See you in the next one.